Someone's got to stop normalizing this conduct. Okay? Now whether or not you believe that the criminal charges are right or wrong, the conduct is beneath the office of President of the United States. And you know, this is the great thing about this country. Booing is allowed, but it doesn't change the truth. It doesn't change the truth.
Mr. Ramaswamy, you raised your hand supporting.
No. I'd like to get in and respond. Let's just speak the truth, okay? President Trump, I believe, was the best president of the 21st century. It's a fact. And Chris Christie, honest to God, your claim that Donald Trump is motivated by vengeance and grievance would be a lot more credible if your entire campaign were not based on vengeance and grievance against one man. And if people at home want to see a bunch of people blindly bashing Donald Trump without an iota of vision for this country, they could just change the channel to MSNBC right now. But I'm not running for president of MSNBC. I am running for president of the United States. We're skating on thin ice, and we cannot set a precedent where the party in power uses police force to indict its political opponents. It is wrong. We have to end the weaponization of justice in this country.
30 seconds, Governor DeSantis.
Look, you know, let me tell you
I'm sorry. 30 seconds, Governor
You
Christie.
make me laugh because
Goes both ways, brother.
you sit here in an answer. You sit here in an answer right.
Hold on one second.
No, I didn't raise a hand. Let us be honest as Republicans. I'm the only person on the stage who isn't bought and paid for, so I can say this. The climate change agenda is a hoax. The climate change agenda is a hoax.
Thank you. So, okay, we will get to the climate change in a moment, and I don't know where you guys stand on that, but I have a very strong opinion about that particular issue. But the one thing you see in this particular argument here is clearly the job that Christie was brought in to do, and from my perspective, pretty clear the job that Vivek was brought in to do. He's basically there to be Trump's guard dog. That's what it feels like to me.
Well, that's what it was. I mean, I don't think that was pretty clear. And again, as someone who supports Donald Trump, and when I say supports Donald Trump was the first Republican I ever voted for in my life in 2016. So I support that. And in fact, I voted in elections more than Vivek has in his entire life, because we know that he just recently started voting for president. Right. But the problem, again, what you heard, yes, Chris Christie he actually articulated before the debate that he was going to prosecute the case against Donald Trump. That wasn't a surprise to me. So it wasn't a surprise that he was being attacked. Clearly, there are people who are funding his campaign who know that he's there for that purpose. And I agree, Vivek seemed to have been there to be Donald Trump's guard dog. But when you say Vivek, which is why every time I think about it, the notion that somehow Vivek is saying Donald Trump is the best president in the 21st century, then why are you running? If you think that he's the best president, then why are you running? See, he didn't think that through. The central casting, he didn't think the script actually through, because it doesn't make sense for you to run. What you should be doing is actually backing the person whom you say is the best president in the 21st century. That's what you should have done. But it's just, it's a terrible thing for me, because I was expecting more out of Vivek, but I just think that he's more of an empty suit, someone who goes around saying that he wants to ban the Department of Interior, ban the Department of Education, ban the FBI. Those are all red meat talking points. And as you heard, the audience ate it up. But how are you going to do that? If you say you're going to cut off funding to Ukraine, what are you going to do? If Congress sends you a bill, are you saying that as president of the United States, what you will do, you will veto that funding? No, you won't. But it sounded good on TV.
Yeah, you question the sincerity of that. He does sort of seem like, I don't know, it's like the Republican version of who would you say, like where it's just put in there to look good, just be the young person. Somebody needs to, but I also do think that Heidi's right in terms of early name recognition, looking forward another 4 years from now. That's the strategic plan. Like I could see that he knows I might not win this, but if I suck up really good, if I get in with the right people, then I could sort of put myself in this party in a good position myself for next time. So he kind of has to play it like he has to be a strong candidate, but he also has to make it clear to the Trump people that he's with them too. So he's definitely walking a very fine line.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a more strategic line than what Chris Christie is doing. Because what are you doing, buddy? Honestly, the people that are fully anti-Trump. I mean, well, you're just going to alienate most of your own party then. I mean, let's be real. So in a way, whatever you think of Vivek, I mean, he is actually, bringing in the people that are unsure about Trump and the hardcore, Trumpers, and maybe there's a group that will never ever like him, and that's fine. But I think that he's bringing in more people to support him than somebody like a Chris Christie or somebody that's going to come out with just this vengeance, like he said, just this vengeful type of campaign that has no vision for America. And so at least Vivek is trying to present some sort of vision, and at least he's trying to bring the base kind of together and be like, hey, no, I'm cool with Trump. He's the best president ever. And whatever you think about it, I mean, it's politics. It's cheesy. It gets ugly and it gets weird, but I think he has a better long-term strategy for having a name in the Republican Party. So I think it's wiser than what other people are doing, which is just attacking Trump on the other end.
Yeah, I mean, he at least is bringing something new to the party, literally and figuratively, right? Like he's actually bringing a new face, a fresh, whatever it is, like something
new ideas, something.
We know that no one likes him. It's he knows that, he's not stupid, so he knows his numbers. They know that. So yeah, he's literally what is the point of that?
What are you doing? Yeah, what are you actually doing?
To me, it's obnoxious.
And for our friend Carpe Diem in the chat, yes, if you want to talk about policy, Chris Christie is one of the biggest austerity hawks in all of politics. This is a guy who is adamant about cutting Social Security and Medicare. A lot. And this is a guy, because you have such a fixation on Donald Trump, because he goes up there and says mean things to Donald Trump, that all of a sudden he should be on the debate stage. Listen, I am absolutely no supporter whatsoever of Larry Elder. But you know what? Larry Elder has more support than Chris Christie does. And he wasn't on the stage last night. And that was a spot that a lot of people made a fairly good point about, saying, hey, listen,
there might have been other people too.
Absolutely.
That had
and
better
saying that
numbers.
he doesn't belong there, but you got to get Christie on the stage because he's in with the corporate media industrial complex. And so being on, I guess, ABC News.
Oh my God, exactly right. He's the media candidate.
100%. But if you got down to the policy positions that a Chris Christie is, he is significantly worse than Donald Trump. Donald Trump is one of the few people who actually says, we totally have to protect Social Security and Medicare. So at least we've got that going for us, as bad as it may be. At least you got that one going.
But see, people cannot get past their Trump derangement syndrome. That's syndrome. That's what I'm talking about.
I guess so.
I always say,
if I
put what they did in office on paper without their names on it, I cannot tell you the amount of liberal suburban housewives that I know that would probably pick Trump over Joe and not even realize that's who they were picking.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.